G'day guys, Disney Dave coming at you once again from down under, and welcome to another Hot Toys review. If you've been watching my channel recently, you would have seen that in my last weekly unboxing and housekeeping video, I received a very special parcel in my parcel locker box. That did happen, but I can safely say that I opened this guy up and he is without a flaw. He is okay, guys. The figure is okay. And the figure that we are, of course, talking about today is the very magical Doctor Strange figure. Oh, a little bit of YouTube magic going on. Yes, we're going to be taking a look at the Sorcerer Supreme himself, Doctor Strange in Hot Toys form. I'm very impressed with this figure off the bat. It comes in a very special packaging, and you'll see it in a minute. You'll see it in a minute. I won't fluff on too much. If you're not too familiar with my Hot Toys reviews, what I actually do with these is like a brief skim over of the figure. I just go over everything really briefly, really short, just for the more sort of casual buyer, the casual viewer out there who just wants to check out a hot toy. I know there are lots of people out there who do like these huge, like 35, 40-minute Hot Toys reviews. I don't do that here. Those guys are great. There are some really, really great Hot Toys 1/6 scale reviewers out there. So if you want to check out something that's a little bit more comprehensive and huge, go and check out some of those guys' videos. But I think I'm going to give you a pretty comprehensive review of this figure just in a very, very short form. I mean, without further ado, let's check this guy out because he is awesome. I've been waiting for him for so long to get him in my Avengers collection. It is, of course, the Doctor Strange Hot Toys figure from the Doctor Strange movie. Yes, let's do it. Okay, let's take a look at this awesome guy right here. It's come in this plastic wrap here, so we're going to get that off so we can have a decent look at the package of this toy. There we go, there's a good look at the Doctor Strange box without the reflection of the shrink wrap on there. This is actually a really, really nice box. This is the most effort I've seen them put into a box for a very, very long time. When I first started buying Hot Toys, their boxes were absolutely superb and pretty much unrivaled on the market. Now, they just tend to do some really plain stuff. But this one is really, really special, and I'll show you. This is, it's almost a little bit magical. A little bit of sorcery for the Hot Toys package here. So to actually open this, you have to grab this, give it a spin, and then it opens up. And then you get your standard little window box in there where you can check out your figure. But that is awesome. That is so cool. Look at that. So it's locked. Well, not sort of. But if you want to feel cool, there you go. Only thing is you can't actually get to your figure through there. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the box up and take a look. There we go, there is our figure right there, and from the outset you can already see that this guy comes with a ton of stuff. If you've seen my previous toy reviews, I tend to do reviews of these figures that just come with nothing. Come with a couple of hands, maybe a weapon. This guy has come with a whole ton of accessories, which is awesome. We got an awesome box, we got an awesome selection of accessories right here. This is fantastic. So first off, let's actually take a look at the figure himself. Okay, there is our Doctor Strange figure without all the stuff on him. He's looking a little bit mutilated there, a little bit out of order. First up, we're going to take a look at this head sculpt here, which I think is awesome. They're getting better and better with their sculpts. Sometimes there's the occasional one where they just sort of drop the ball a little bit, in my opinion. But this one is fantastic. How good is that? I mean, that is Benedict Cumberbatch. Like you would swear that Benedict Cumberbatch is now on the Disney Dave channel, just chilling. Well, maybe not quite that good, but there he is. How good is that? That is an awesome, awesome figure. And the costume detailing on here is absolutely awesome. I love the belt here. It's got all the awesome stuff. The tassels on here. Even the bracelets, sort of the things he's wearing around his arms there. They're awesome. Then we come down. The fabric used on this is fantastic. Is there? No, there's no... Oh, I thought there might have been wire in there, but there's no wire. But that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. And even these shoes, look at them. There's a lot of work gone into this and a lot of great tailoring work too gone into the costume, which I think is absolutely fantastic. How cool is that? Okay, we've got him here now, so let's take a look at all the accessories that come with this, guy. As I said, this is a lot of accessories for a Hot Toys figure these days. First up, let's start with the boring stuff on the hands. We get this pair of hands here, which are sort of like reaching out to grab something or doing a little bit of magic right there. Another set of sort of magic doing hands. Look at him, he's like, oh yeah, doing magic. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's two of them. I think I'll actually be using one of these. That is awesome, I love them. Then we have this pair of sort of reaching out to grab stuff hands, which is always good if you want to make your figure look like he's reaching out to grab stuff. You get one of these guys right here, which is him magic pointing hand, as we'll call it. That's pretty cool. I might use that too, I don't know. So many options with this figure, it's great. And of course, as always, in case you're just a little bit too violent with your figures and you manage to break one of the pegs that holds the hands to the arm, you get a couple of spares in there, which is always great. It's always great, because when you first start buying these things, and you're a little bit too violent with your figures, you do break these. I have done that before. Next up, we have this great book of Cagliostro, which is awesome. That is fantastic. And my favorite part about this, you can actually unclip that, open it up, and there's actually pages printed inside this. Check that out. How good is that? There's actually pages printed inside this little book. That is fantastic. The attention to detail in this figure is superb and is unlike anything that we've had from Hot Toys for a very, very long time. Then we've got this here, where we've got a couple of sling rings in the middle there, and then of course a couple of amulets, which are the Eye of Agamotto. There's one closed and one open, showing off the powerful Infinity Stone there, which is awesome. I'll be probably using the open one on my figure, so that's awesome. I love that. We've got these two awesome orange colored mandalas of light. Of course, the cool little light orb things that Strange creates from his hands when he wears the sling ring. Can open up other dimensions and stuff. Unfortunately, the figure cannot open up other dimensions, but you do get these two cool mandalas of light with him there. And then we get three more mandalas of light there. These are sort of green ones. So there you go, you get those three as well. It's a whole bottom section here with more accessories in it too, which is great. And of course, we cannot have a Doctor Strange figure without the Cloak of Levitation. Once again, gorgeously tailored costume for this guy right here. I just absolutely love it. Look at the different sort of materials used in there. It's really, really good. And the best thing about this is it's actually wired up so that you can fit it around his neck properly and also create some cool wind movements with it. Ooh, Doctor Strange, he's flying in the wind. Floating in the air, levitating, yeah, it's cool. Yeah, I like that. So we're putting that on my figure. Of course, you can't display your figure without the Cloak of Levitation. If you are, what are you doing? What are you doing? Finally, we get this massive dynamic stand. These are the stands I hate because they're just so huge and you can't really get more than one figure on a shelf if you're using a dynamic stand. I don't use stands in general because I just never have a problem with figures falling over in my shelves, and I like to create nice dynamic displays, team-ups, the teams working together, and just sort of displaying all my characters together. But if you're someone who just wants one figure a shelf, dynamic stands are great. I'm not going to pull it out of here, but you get this cool little thing that you plug in there, and then you can clamp that onto there basically. That goes in there, and then you can sort of have your figure floating as if he's levitating. So that's great. I'm not going to really show you that because, to be honest, I couldn't be bothered. But there you go, you got the little nameplate on there. These bases are great, I just don't use them. I don't use them for my personal collection. So that's it, that's the Doctor Strange figure and everything he comes with. How cool is that? I mean, look at all these pieces. This is one of the better sets that we've seen from Hot Toys for a very, very long time. This figure was a little bit more expensive than the other ones that I've shown off, but quite rightly so, because we get a whole lot of really, really awesome stuff with this figure. So let's pack all of these up, and I'm going to sort of set my figure up and put him in the display cabinet, and we're just going to get him in there with the Avengers because this guy is just too awesome. I highly, highly recommend this figure. This is fantastic. So I thought I would just quickly show you with him with the cape on and the Eye of Agamotto around his neck, just so you get a good idea of what he does look like wearing that stuff. And it looks great, I think. In my opinion, that's absolutely fantastic. This, as I said, one of the better figures that has come out for a very, very long time. And really, I figured before I showed you without the cloak and everything, it didn't feel like a full figure. So there you go, there's a good look at that. Now I'm going to change the hands and just set him up, pose him, and we're going to head straight in there into the Hot Toys
Toys collection and put him in there with the team up. Actually, before I do, I just realized I've completely forgotten to show you something. This was a bit of a surprise for myself too, because it's hiding around the back of this here. This is not something that you get with Hot Toys very often. They've done a couple of these recently. This has surprised me. Hang on, let's get it out of here. This is awesome. It comes with a figure backdrop here, which you can actually put inside your Detolf and sort of stand him up. That's awesome. That is sick. You really don't get these that often, and this is one of those things that I've just gone above and beyond with this figure here. He looks great on that backdrop here. Sadly, this is not really something that I'm going to be able to use in my collection. It's just not something I have the room for, but this is great for someone who might just want to display their Doctor Strange figure on his own, levitating with a nice, cool backdrop behind him. This is fantastic. Really, if I had room, if I had space, if I was able to use this, I would. But I just want to throw Doctor Strange in with my Avengers and create my faux Avengers Infinity War team up before the movie even comes out. But that is awesome. Okay, once again, I'm changing the hands. I'm gonna set him up, I'm gonna pose him, and we're gonna go and put him in the collection.
Once again, that was the very, very magical Doctor Strange figure from Hot Toys from the Doctor Strange movie. I am in love with this figure. It is so, so good. And I'm so excited that I have finally got Doctor Strange. And as you just saw, he looks so, so good in the collection. I'm so, so happy with this figure. I purchased this one from the awesome guys over at Urban Attitude right here, who are sort of like an independent novelty gift seller in Australia. The guy who owned that previously owned a company called Schnooky, who would basically just sell 1/6 figures and Hot Toys and stuff. I'm not too sure if he's selling much anymore at the moment, because I haven't seen him like send out emails for pre-orders for figures for a very long time. But I do know that if you head down to his, I'm still going to give him a plug down the bottom. There's a link to his website there. You can go and check out. He still does have some Hot Toys up there for sale, but he just hasn't announced any like new ones for pre-order for a very long time. So I don't know too much about what's going on there, but he's really cheap, and I found that he is pretty much the cheapest around for these Hot Toys. And as you can see, I've bought enough of them. I've bought from enough places. This guy is the cheapest. So once again, that's the one we've taken a look at today, the Doctor Strange figure. I'm so excited. I've got another Hot Toys arriving in the mail very, very soon, which means there'll be another Hot Toys review, hopefully this coming week or the week after. So stay tuned for that. That rounds up this video today. So thank you once again for joining me. If you're a first time viewer of my channel and you've liked what you have seen and you'd like to see some more, then please, after the jump, hit subscribe. To all my regular viewers out there, thank you once again for joining me. And to absolutely everybody, I hope I'll see you again soon. Until next time though, guys, take care, and I hope you have a marvelous day.